Welcome. We're playing Torchbearer. This is session 4, part 1. Split our sessions into 2.
3.
Yes, Chris is the GM. Congratulations, us. Oh yeah.
Every day Chris's GM is a good day.
One other thing that I didn't mention is I decided to clean up some of the pages. So if you have GM privileges, you can go into the pages. There's only 4 pages now.
And 7 archived.
And 7 archived, yes.
So
we have the Heartlands, which is the one we're using. I decided to do the GM world map and copy and paste all of it. So now we have the full world map, which I will update. It's just too big to play, I think.
Right, it says just for like
looking at
reference purposes.
And if you want to add stuff,
okay,
we can add it to it. We'll play in the other one, and I'll copy and paste.
Okay.
And if we ever need to go to other places, we can add it to this. I can copy and paste, bring back the other ones. Versus the gambling hall, which gives you the rules for the diamondback and the wizard rules.
Yeah.
That are in the Torchbearer game under gambling. The conflict page. Nope, characters.
Torchbearer.
Yeah. Excellent. Thought I'd give that an update.
Yep.
And yes, I gave the prologue last time. Banned.
That's right.
I'm giving it this time.
I'd like to try to give it if I can remember it correctly. I did make some notes. I know it's a bit trickier now that our sessions are broken up into 2, so forgive me if I go 3 sessions or 1.5 sessions ago. But essentially, as I recall, so we were in the forest up past Grimsby to the north. We had gotten lost, but eventually we tried to sneak past that spider in the dark. We failed, which we were driven away after we tried to drive it away. And then we lost all of our shiny things, so relics and the shovel that we'd found in a sack. So eventually we kind of got our bearings, we regrouped, and we decided to push back into the forest, but this time, in our infinite wisdom, deciding to go through the heavily webbed, dark forest area, where we came upon some cocoons, some of them which were actually still animated, and then after opening them, we realized they were home to some bandits, who were rumored to have gone missing in the area, so possibly discovering where the bandits had gone. And as we had done this, though, the bandits were quite alarmed and quite agitated, so they screamed, leading the spider to come and ambush us all. And then we entered a kill conflict, where Talia decided to bravely/foolishly rush into battle as her friends valiantly supported her. Particularly Oswin, who, despite his best interests, decided to stick up for his beliefs and protect his friends. We managed to live and defeat the spider, but we also were heavily injured among a host of other conditions we suffered. But we did find a bestiary and a candle as kind of spoils. So from there, licking our wounds, we decided to try and push forward again, going back up the path where we had initially tried to sneak past the spider. And we had made camp, but we didn't really accomplish much more than somewhat placating the gods in Oswin's favor. But ultimately, we remained sort of fatigued and beaten. Talia decided to push up a bit further because she's impetuous, where she saw a giant humanoid. It's not clear if it's a troll or a ogre or what have you, but sitting around a pile of bones and looking quite menacing. So she decided, in her injured condition, to go back the way whence she came. And then from that point on, the entire group decided to regroup, head back to town, where we came upon Mika Chipman, who was a powerful merchant that had caught us in a lie, championed by the ever-lovable Byron, who decided to use his powers of persuasion to convince the town of Grimsby that we were in fact on business of a noble from Crossroads Keep, And the only noble who was scheduled to do such a thing was Mika Chipman. And he did not take kindly to us besmirching his good name, essentially. So we don't quite know what the implications that will be, but safe to say that they are there and possibly looming in the future. And then from there, we went into town. We had some rest. Both Oswin and Talia have parents who own hotels, possibly the same hotel.
My parents don't own a hotel; they just live in the hotel.
Oh, they live in the hotel. I see. Is it the hotel where my...
Are your
guess my
parents?
parents own?
Are you parents? Do your parents own it,
Uh,
or do they work in
I
it?
was
also?
thinking so. That was my initial headcanon, but
Yeah, could be.
well, there you go. Excellent. And yeah, we managed to recover a lot of our wounds. Byron stayed in a flop house. We told some tales, which Talia was caught in a bald-faced lie, where she said that she single-handedly took down the spider, which she did not, and everyone caught her out on it. But other than that, we just kind of regrouped. Byron, importantly, got a message from his mentor about some magical relics near Aldenport, which we have yet to investigate. And we are now in the process of leaving town.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
I think that is more than adequate. I don't know. It's up to Chris. I just
Yep,
want to
I'd
say.
I was gonna say that works for me.
I just want to say that I reviewed the logs, and Byron have more than enough to level up your mentor skill. You did it twice. With Chris as GM, and you did it 2 times previously in previous episodes. So you can click that level up icon on your mentor stat, Byron.
Thank you. I'm gonna, once it lets me. For some reason my Chrome is acting weird. Oh, there we go. Beautiful.
And oh yeah, so you have a scroll of Aetheral Darts, but that's the first edition spell that got changed to Swarm. So you have the Swarm spell. Not only you know it, you have a scroll of it.
Ooh.
You could potentially use it up and put it back in a book without having to go to your mentor, or we could use it right from the scroll and it's up.
Yeah.
Also,
I feel bad. Sorry.
Also, you have the giant ring / the circlet, which I believe you said you took, but you didn't write it in your sheet. And yeah, and then also the fourth spell book, you made room for it in your sack, but you never put it into your sack.
Thanks for reminding me. I will put that in right now. That's what spellbook 4, because Marcel's holding spellbook 3, so this is 4. And I feel dumb asking this at this point, but I should be memorizing these spells when I wake up when we leave camp, right?
No, you have to. The only time you get it for free is in town. So
Gotcha.
You can get rid of them. You would make I think like an ob 3 plus the number of spells you're getting rid of will test to get rid of it safely. Otherwise, you'll get rid of them unsafely in some manner. and you then will memorize any new spell, and I believe it is the level of circles of the highest spell +1 for every spell you memorize. So for example, if you want to get rid of one spell, it'd be an ob 3 will test, and then if you want to replace that one spell with some other spell, you would then I don't know if you make a test to memorize in addition. I don't know. It's slightly different than first edition. That's all I know.
Okay.
I was looking into it. I was like, how best could you be a wizard? But yeah, that's a thing you could do, and it would only be now essentially, because we stayed at or we're leaving Crossroads the Crossroads Keep. You'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna memorize my spells before.
Yeah. Otherwise,
in camp, you would have to spend a check for that privilege, where before in first edition it was free.
I'm sorry, you cut out for a second.
In first edition, it was free to do that, but in second it is not.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Right.
And because we just left town, I can't declare like which spells I've memorized. I feel like I'm cheesing it a little bit.
No.
This is where and when you would do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now is the
okay.
time.
Yeah,
So
we haven't done anything.
Yeah, we haven't-
technically
haven't done
still in
anything yet.
town, leaving town. So
I think we've paid our bills, but like this
Yeah,
would be like
that's what I mean. Like if it's something that you, like it's part of the like leaving town process. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
because you're not going to do it while you're all doing stuff in town, right? It's
Absolutely.
I would do it now because like now you know kind of like you know what. Because part of planning your spells is going to be like, well, you're going to plan on going and doing something, right? So you want to plan that after you get done everything you're doing in town, right? So
Okay, no, sorry.
Yeah.
You would the tumultuous discharge, the getting rid of it. You would sum the circle spells you. So if you right now have 2 first level circle spells, so the ob would be 2 and it'd be a will test. It does not require a turn or cost a check, so you can always dump your spells whenever you want. It's learning them anew, which requires a check. Ooh, it does count as personal business. No, if you stay at a flop house, inn, or hotel, it's free. So you stayed at a flop house, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why you would do a flop house over a stables. Because you get this for free.
sorry, where is this?
It's page 90 of the Dungeoneer's Handbook. Under
Right,
memorizing.
it's for memorizing, right? For
Yeah.
memorizing spells.
Tumultuous discharge is on page 91.
And so, how do we know how big the mind palace or memory palace is?
So
Is that just a level benefit?
Yeah, it's like his level benefits, and he chooses. So he chose a bunch of the other ones not to praise his mind palace.
Right.
So it's level. He has level 1 plus 1 from the power orb that he got in Theon's Rift.
Right.
So
okay.
he's
got
at
it.
2.
Okay. I see. I'm just making sure I got it all. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want
So is it true that Wisdom of the Sages has double memory?
No, he just has it memorized twice.
Wisdom of the Sages?
What do you
I'm
mean?
just looking at Tyler's.
He has it memorized. He decided to have it twice, but he had 2 slots on it.
Oh, 2 slots. Oh, yeah, because you can memorize the same spell more than once, right? Got it.
And
So
I would,
is that true still? Like, that's still memorized twice right now? I guess so, right?
He
Why
doesn't.
wouldn't
He
it?
hasn't cast it, so I would imagine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and if it's all right, I'd like to memorize Swarm from my Scroll of Darts, which I should update the name of as well.
You cannot memorize from a scroll.
Ah, darn. Okay.
You memorize from a spell book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And putting it on a scroll and putting the scroll in your spell book uses the scroll up.
Yeah. Sorry. So, out of spell books, you have. Let's see.
Yeah, spellbook 1, spellbook 2, Elfwin spellbook, and spellbook 3, which is technically the 4th one that he didn't write down.
Is Swarm not in one of the spell books? I thought it was in the same spell book as Wisdom of the Sages. Because according to his spell list, it should be in book 1.
It was in book 1. He unmarked it because he burnt it, I believe, out of the.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's no longer. He just knows it. It's no longer in a book, just like Wizard's Aegis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got
As
it.
well as Wayfinder's Friend. He just didn't have room for it in the book, and he wanted to make room for it.
Okay, so it's actually not in that book either. Then. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's the other half of it, is trying to keep these spell books in order.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down and really clear this out.
Well, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We're getting this stuff organized so we can figure it out. So yeah, Wizard's Aegis and Swarm you know, but don't have anywhere written down right now. You have a scroll of Swarm somewhere, right?
Yeah, that's the That's the ethereal darts.
Okay, so we'll change that to swarm. That's changed, and then I'll put that you have a scroll of swarm in your arcane spellbook list, so we remember that. And then, right.
So
Yeah.
here's a question, I guess. I was trying to find the answer to it. I don't think it's in the book, but the wizard's library is suggested to be too massive to carry on an adventure. But the wizard will safeguard it until, like, the mentor will safeguard it until the wizard is ready to, like, I guess, establish a library or a secret library somewhere.
Right.
Is it up to the mentor to move it and he gets it moved for free, or do we have to go to the mentor and move it? Previously, I was under the assumption that we just go to the mentor and move it, make a couple labor tests, but it's described as like way too massive to actually move. It's impossible to carry on an adventure without an army of porters or pack animals.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Due to this risk, they keep their libraries hidden either in their hometowns or their home base if they've established one. I mean, I assume that it wouldn't. It would be.
Like, do we just have to go to inform his mentor that that's where my base is, and eventually, magically, it's there now?
I mean, I think that it should probably be like you have to move stuff, right?
Okay, yeah, that's what I assumed, but it's Is it? Yeah, I assume that.
I mean, we could hand wave it a little bit, but like we because we have a cart, we could say like, okay, let's assume that for each, like, because like it's a library, it's not just a book, right? If each book has each spell book has like an associated like library shelf worth of notes and stuff like that goes along with it, that is normally kept. So like maybe like for each 3 or 4 spells, or for each 5 spells, that would involve like a shelf of library books you have to lug somewhere when you want to move them, something like that.
I can get a porter to do it. Can I just hire porters to move stuff for me? Assuming I have the funds to do so.
We need an army of such porters.
Oh damn!
I think the thing is we're gonna probably need to do a labor test, and it's probably gonna be a high ob, and we're all gonna be exhausted or something.
You know what? I'm gonna ask my mentor if he knows how to make constructs in which we can just have several dozen golems.
I was gonna say, you do know. I mean, Mystic Porter is a good spell for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it. He has it though.
I know, but like you could learn it,
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like if you wanted to move your library from your mentor's place to a new place, like I think that part of the fun of the game would be that's going to be difficult, right? So it's a challenge that you have to overcome.
That feels like a.
If you want to move it to a base, like it could be an interesting, and it'll be noteworthy, right? Everyone will see all this stuff going on, like what's going on here,
Ooh, this is giving me an idea for a story. I like this.
There you go.
A lot. Ooh.
Okay, and another thing, another couple of things that I want to mention is that we do have a bunch of stuff that could be useful at our base camp. It is mapped there, and additionally, it does. I was as GM, I was like, you can't really sell like a map because Tyler kept mentioning that, but you can if you circles up someone who collects such things. You could sell old books and folios that have no listed price and maps for 1D if you circle up someone. However, if you sell your map of like adventures you've been on and bases you've been on, you basically could be selling a map to like your enemies to your location.
Also, if it's only 1D, it doesn't seem worth it to circle someone up because that'll be personal business. That'll cost 1 die.
Right, but if you have a collection of them, right?
Multiple, yeah, exactly.
So for example, I think we have a single journal that isn't worth anything. I think both the Book of Myths and the Cyclopedia at the base camp are worth things.
Yeah, they have Ease
but we
up.
probably would want to use those things. The journal is less useful, I think.
Well, they're for Pathfinder things, right?
Yeah, it's for Pathfinder, and it's for like the locations that were like dictated in them.
Yeah, I believe that is a Pathfinder for the forest to the south, because that's where I found them. I think Elflin found them way back when. I'm pretty sure that's what they're for.
Was it the journal? I thought it was for like you found a journal from the smuggler's den.
Oh, maybe then. Yeah, maybe then. Well, the southeast then. Yeah,
Yeah, I was just
the area
assuming that it
coast.
was like from
The coast.
I was like from
Maybe.
the Dwarven Halls probably to the smuggler's den itself, and then also from like
Right.
along the coast to Alderport.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I just didn't remember. I was just assuming. But yeah, if that's what it was, then yes, I agree. That area. It would be up to the GM to decide if it was useful in any particular scenario. So.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's that's what's written in it is like this like the kind of like trials of like this one dwarf that lived at that smuggler's den, so wherever that he was visited. And I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say is like now I will inhabit my character.
All right, enough GMing. Yeah, exactly. Stop GMing from the player position. No, don't. It's fine.
He's subverting the rules.
The other thing, okay, Sean reminded me that I've been forgetting to do this, so I'm not going to do catch up, but at the end of each adventure, or I forgot that it was at the end of each adventure phase as well as town phase. I thought it was just town phase, but it's not. So what that means is every time you guys camp, I need to roll to see if somebody found your base camp while we were away.
Oh, right.
That's every time you camp.
That's another thing. For that, under base camp, on the bottom under GM notes, I put some relevant information, so you don't need to. We can just look at that.
Sorry, where is that?
So like under the base camp like section on the thing. Because I also renamed from base camp 1 2 because it's only you get a cash per player.
Yeah.
And so if a new player comes in, we can like shuffle the thing.
They get one for free, basically.
Yeah, they'll shuffle in, but then if they leave, it'll shuffle out, presumably.
Yeah, well, unless we want to use it, and then we can just like say, well, this is theirs, and we're going to keep using it and suffer the cost of having an additional structure and making it more visible, right?
Yeah. But you guys built an additional
with like removing it if we want it to remove, as long as we decide, then and there.
Yeah,
but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
So on the bottom of all this notes in the GM section, it says visible to GMs.
Yeah.
It's on 170, and it's like I just page reference and did the math a little bit so that it's easy to
right, yeah. So we currently have 1 guard, 1 scavenged hut, and 1 additional cast. And so the caches don't count as structures, or do they?
They do. So it's +2. Oh no, it should be +3, sorry.
Sorry, wait, aren't there 1, 2, 3, 4,
No,
5?
caches don't. Caches don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. As far as I could tell.
No, a cache is a structure.
Is it?
A structure is a cache, workshop, or shelter.
Oh, okay. So then there is a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so there's
1
occupant,
2, 3, 4, 5 caches then.
6 structures. So that's +7 for visibility, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we get 3d6 +1 for a watch, and another +1 because it's summer. This game there's only summer and winter, right? There's not other seasons.
No,
for this
there's
purpose?
Winter and non-winter.
I would imagine there would be other seasons.
Oh, okay.
Fall and spring. I don't see why not. But they're short. They're shorter. So I think probably we're probably well into summer.
Winter season it would be the summer, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mostly, yeah.
You wouldn't be doing as much of adventures.
The start. I would say like the start or like a couple of the first sessions might be like not, but that's
right. Okay.
Um.
Okay, so in that case, I'll have to make some rolls. So we'll roll 3d6 plus 2. And we'll compare it to the base camp value, which is... how many structures are there? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7. 1 occupant and 6 structures.
I guess 2 if you're there too. I don't know if what your character's doing.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if I count as an occupant for this purpose or not.
Depends on what you want to do. Because my proposal at the beginning was that you could either like run a workshop or something like that, but we don't have any workshops. And yeah, I'd like a list of things that we might want to like have our character do.
Right.
Or just be out in the boat.
I might just be out exploring or doing stuff. That
Okay.
might be easier for now, and then we'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Okay, so someone please roll 3d6 plus 2.
I can do it if somebody wants to do it.
I'll do it. I'm rolling really good today.
So 15. Base visibility. Okay, all is well. Yeah, so basically you have to beat 7 on 3 dice plus 2. So
Okay.
pretty likely that you'll be fine, but we do need to roll that every time an adventure phase ends.
Hmm.
So keep that in mind. All right, ready when you guys are.
I'm just debating on my instinct, but maybe other people want to go first, and then I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who wants to do beliefs, instincts, and goals first?
I can.
Okay.
Mainly because I do we want to like try to like optimize it, or do we want to just kind of like do what our characters would want to do?
Well, that's the thing. So I went through the rulebook and I actually read the section on instincts, and I was like, well, they kind of call like you can obviously use whatever you want, but they kind of call for a more like trademark thing your character would do, and I was like, okay. So that's why I'm rethinking my instinct. But the thing I'm thinking of right now would also be potentially very bad. Well, anyways, we can talk about it when I get there. But I'm leaning more towards the what your character would do. But yeah.
Well, keep in mind, your character presumably wants to be helpful and wants the party to succeed.
Mm-hmm,
So there's always wiggle room in that. That's more on like instincts than on beliefs. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like instincts can be instincts or goals can be much more. Well, maybe not instincts so much, but goals certainly can be very pragmatic just by their nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
And instincts can be a little more pragmatic because you may have a belief, but your instinct might help you hedge against that belief when it gets you into trouble. So
Yeah. Well, the other thing was that we don't have to do it this way, but the book was also suggesting that the game master try and use the instinct to draw people into trouble.
Yep. Well, if I know what the thing is, like a lot of times the instincts are like camp instincts, or or just
you
like
still get creative with that, like, you cook, which means like you burn something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. You attract wolves with your cooking, like. You don't have to like punish someone every time, but it's just.
I think punishments should be frequent and random.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Don't do that.
All right. Well, I could go first. Then mine is I will defend my friends and family from all harm. I think my goal this session will be to recover my lost relics from the mountain, and
Okay.
to make progress towards finding or towards the resolution of the town's problems.
Okay. That's pretty complicated.
That's a lofty goal.
I don't know. It's like one of them is like it's not like find the resolution of the town's problems. I think my goal before was find the resolution of the town's problems and then also go help the wolves, like go drive off the wolves, and like nice neat bow for everything. But now I'm like scaling it back to be like, I want my stuff and I want to make some progress toward it. I think
that's fine.
I think that's what it is.
Just keep in mind that you do have a double-barreled goal for the session when
Yeah.
you're making your decisions, and
Yes, I know. I
just wanted to keep that in mind.
I like doing
For your
that.
sake.
So I'm scaling it back from solve the adventure plus to make some progress in the adventure, but also accomplish this other thing. So I'm slowly scaling it back because I want some persona. And then my instinct. I think I do want to keep my instinct, and I reworded it to never leave a rest without first seeking purification. So it's like,
Okay.
and the idea behind it, it's when I could spend a check either at camp or before entering a town, I'd make a test to reduce burden. Specifically.
That is right. By the way, I just wanted to remind you, I'm sure you remember, but just in case, currently you have been cut off from your god's power until you lower your immortal burden.
Yes.
They are displeased with you at present. So just wanted to remind you of that. Okay, that's good. Sounds good to me. Who's next?
I can go next.
Sure.
Well, my belief, as usual, is anything worth doing is worth doing in styles. I love being incredible at all moments. I changed my creed, actually, because I feel like my last one of there's no room for hatred on this crew.
You cannot change your creed. You can only change your creed during the winter phase.
Never mind. I'm going to keep that then. I had an idea for something I wanted to do. I'll shelf that for now then.
You
For the winter phase.
just write it in the background or whatever of your character that you want this to be your new creed.
Yeah. The new one was just going to be... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, just so you'll write it down somewhere so you remember if there's a change that you're thinking of making. It's a good idea to like try to if there's something you want to change, then that's fine, but it gives you an opportunity to really test yourself on this creed, because once you endure a test, you can betray your creed or turn against it, or have learned enough from it that you want to take on something new, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the main attitudes I found in the Torchbearer literature was that the main goal of your character is like to see the progression. So don't feel bad if you change something. It's just your character growing.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it. As I was thinking of how I wanted to grow Byron and change and stuff. That's all.
Yeah. But not till the winter, because reasons.
Oh yeah, I will wait till then. For my instinct, it's when in camp, take time to teach others, and I believe that my goal for this session is going to be. Wait, we're not going to have any struggles getting to Aldenport, will we? We already mapped that out. We can just go there eventually. Right?
I guess so. I don't know.
Actually, I was about to say my goal is to go to Aldenport, but it's like, wait a minute, we can just do that. That's not a good goal.
I believe it's on map, and
Ah, yes, it is.
the
road to Aldenport.
I guess I'm not sure if Chris's plans to go there or not is like laying seed for like his second adventure to be done at a later time.
That was my understanding.
Sorry, what?
That you're like that you're like that Byron's mentor has word for an adventure that you were like
Oh!
laying seeds
Which is
for a
good.
second adventure rather than something we should be pursuing during this
It's a good
adventure.
hook.
That is. I'm just laying a hook. I'm not even sure that I was going to pick it up. It was just another thing that someone could pick up, including you. I mean, if you want to go see him for some other reason, then I'm sure. I believe that I had said at the time that there was an old wizard, like a wizard's like cache had been discovered.
Yes.
Is that correct? Yeah. And so everyone's looking for it. Because there have been some interesting magical accoutrements found. So,
Ooh.
yeah. I mean,
I'm trying to think about
if you want to just like abandon ship on this one and go do that, then that's fine. But that too will have consequences.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
As it always does.
I was trying to think what my goal for this session would be. Still unsure, actually.
I mean, I understand why you might want to go see your mentor this session or around now because. Sorry.
I didn't say anything.
No, he's talking to Christine.
Oh, I just want to say while he's talking, I was thinking planning wise that we might want to go to our base camp, might want to go to. I don't know if we would spend like, are we required to spend a whole time in town if Tyler just wants to talk to his mentor? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't think so. As long as you don't do anything that would result in a town activity, then I would say it would be fine to just skip it.
Yeah, so we might want to go there, go to our base camp, grab some stuff. You go talk to your mentor. Maybe we think about just starting the adventure with the moving your wizard like tower, because he's like he's kind of like no longer your mentor because you have surpassed him once you hit level 5
or equaled him at least.
Or equaled him. So he no longer teaches you things. He's kind of just like. Yeah, like a former teacher now.
Yeah, you're colleagues now.
So
yeah, we're work buddies.
Kind of like that. So like we could go and I was thinking we get your stuff, bring it back to the base camp is an option, and then go into the basically spend this session maybe doing that, and then go start up the mountain again and try to find out what we can find out. And so that's what I was thinking.
That's a good plan. I do like that. So my goal will be survive spring moving. No, it won't.
I don't think we're gonna abandon the like we came down the mountain. I think we both are generally I want to go back up the mountain, like
Same.
preferably this half of the session. I just want to do a couple of things before that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep, that's I mean, I'm totally prepared for that. Like I said, if I have to come up with stuff on the fly, I will. But I haven't come up with anything else other than this dungeon. So if you guys want to run some errands, I'm totally prepared to do that. I can do that. If you guys want to do something else adventurous, I can also do that. But that'll just be more prep. But that's fine.
Yeah. So
I'm willing to do that if that's what you guys want to do.
Well, this conversation should be relatively quick. So I think I'm going to nominate Talia as our adventure captain, and Talia because that's how she was acting whilst we were up there. So it'd be up to you whether or not we want to abandon. Okay, Nova, shut. Sorry, my dog's barking.
Nova wants to play too.
Okay, we can discuss.
Yeah.
You can always like think about it. Like, because what was your goal before? Like, discover the mystery of like why the bandits disappeared.
Yeah, it was like find and stop whatever was taking the bandits, which I think we did.
We did, but do you care about the town?
I don't know if we did, honestly.
Well, like the spider took the bandits.
Okay, I was going to say, I believe at the end of last session I said that you did accomplish that goal because you did find what had taken the bandits.
We didn't find it.
As evidenced by the fact that they had been taken by the spider.
Yeah.
We didn't I believe the thing that took
Doesn't mean that you've unraveled every mystery, but
Yeah.
that you did discover the solution to that particular mystery.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot going on. Your goal could be uncover every mystery, or
That seems very like a very large goal.
Uncover every mystery.
Uncover every mystery. Or,
I did not know that was a
like,
mystery that needed to be solved.
I guess the lambs isn't also like we know what took the lambs. We could go stop it by killing a bunch of wolves, but we also preferably want to go up the mountain, kill a thing, and then drive the wolves off back up the mountain.
Yeah, in an ideal world, I'd rather befriend the wolves, but I understand the nature of the structure.
I mean, you have that spell, which is we probably want to do. Anyways, are you gonna write it down, or do you need a moment and we can?
I'm probably gonna need a second to think about this if you guys want to keep going.
Sure.
Go ahead then, Andrew.
Okay, so my belief: it is better to act than to hesitate. My creed is that strength is meant to protect and not to exploit. My goal is to recover our lost items, so that includes Sean's relics, his backpack, the sack, and the shovel. And my instinct was when in camp cook, but then upon reflecting on it, I was thinking perhaps a more like Talia-esque, if you will, instinct would be something like when adventuring, lead the group or lead the way, something that captures her impetuous and like kind of brazen nature. But the only thing with that is that, and this is kind of like meta, I suppose, but like I'm currently injured, and it also means nobody can assist with the Pathfinder test. And I know that's a big opportunity for a lot of people to kind of pitch in and help if they want. So that's why like it's thematic, but I'm worried that it will be either take away opportunities for people to like get advancements on helping and to use their skills and be involved. And it's also just kind of dangerous right now. So that's why I'm like humming and hawing about it.
Well, here's two things. I think that could be a good instinct. The first thing is you don't have to do it on every test. In fact, having that as an instinct will now provide you like with like a gripping like sense of like I shouldn't do this because I'm injured. Do I do it anyway? There's a benefit for the group, but there's also, it puts on a lot of stuff on you. So doing it every single time, you will be ground down, even if you were fresh. So it's still like it's still a useful instinct.
Whoops.
If you want to like keep it and not change it. And then I think also that's like that could be you like also learning like dungeoneering, is it presumably?
Because I guess it would depend on this environment what skill I'd be using, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it fits her so well.
You could also like with that instinct, it could be a scout instinct where you like jump out and like sneak down somewhere, because you do that anyway. Like
yeah, exactly.
And it'll depend on like if you want help or not, and then if you accept help, and then all that sort of thing.
Okay.
So I think it's still a good instinct. If you want it, you could shelve it, but I think I have a sort of a plan to try to help you, everyone, maybe.
Okay. Well, I mean, I came this far role playing my character. I'm not gonna stop now.
I guess I could tell you my plan. My plan is for there's that magic paste back at base camp that lets you ignore injured. We're gonna take that.
Ooh.
And then also I want to push Byron or encourage Byron or Tyler with a check to make angry or afraid, like cure afraid with alchemy. Essentially make alchemy cures.
Yeah.
I have to start doing that. I wonder if I can.
I'm
just rambling now.
I also wanted to encourage Tyler to make firecrackers or flashbangs that could be used as a weapon in conflicts, because currently doesn't have a weapon, but also he has explosion wise, which he could presumably help with.
Okay, nice.
No, I really like that. I really got to start having more of an arsenal with me. But I guess one of the reasons I haven't been doing that is because I'm just so focused on style. Why would I be violent? You can't appreciate me when you're dead. That's my rationale, and I'm sticking to it.
True, but why not use a giant firework to frighten your enemies with your sheer presence?
Right. I want a firework where it explodes and it's a picture of me giving the thumbs up and it says "Party down."
Or why run away when you can run away in style like a ninja or Batman?
Ooh, yeah.
I like that.
All right.
You don't run from the sea.
Well, yeah.
I think
Right,
that's
Tyler.
Tyler. Did you had some time while Tali was delivering hers? What is your goal?
I believe my goal will be to move my stuff to our base. I think that's going to be my goal.
Okay.
Okay. I think I have
Successfully
a clear.
transport your library.
I have a clear idea of what we should do then as a group.
All right.
Okay. Then let's get going.
Okay. Well, Tully
The
hears
road.
that Byron wants to go collect his magical accoutrements. So sure, we can head there first, and then
Stop
Head
calling
over
it
to base camp?
accoutrements, you educated person. They're called thingamajigs.
oh, Tully
God.
would never say accoutrements. She doesn't know the word.
I'm
I don't
imagining
know the
talking
meaning of the
to
word.
All right.
those
Well,
$5 words.
I took off the second half of the thing, so you'd have to navigate to the world map to see the southern lands or whatever, the southern wilds.
Okay.
If you looked at Clifton, it would be where her, where not her, where Byron's mentor is. So we do have that. It's all on map, I believe.
Oh, sorry, he's not in Aldenport, right? So
No, he lives in like Clifton.
Yep.
I think he said there was near Aldenport there was a wizard's tower or something, but he wants to talk to us. Was the thing.
Right, Road to Crowthorn.
So
Okay, here we go. So sorry, it's south. Okay, I see.
Yep, it's all on map.
we basically go through our base to Clifton. We could probably grab the cart if Alfwin left it there. If he's like, because that was the goal, is that he left it there and then he'd whatever he's doing.
Yep.
You grab a cart, go to Clifton, and then talk to the mentor, make a test back, I guess, or
We would have to make the biggest test of our lives.
Oh, like a labor test? Yeah.
yeah. So do we set out to Clifton?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I can dig it.
I don't think there's no need for a test. Nothing happens. Nothing blocks your path. The cathedral looks oddly dark as you pass, but that's probably nothing to worry about.
Oddly ominous, yeah.
It's like, did it get darker all of a sudden? What's going on? Oh well,
Where's
probably
the sun?
nothing. Is the sun normally that color? Anyway,
Exactly. Is there normally fire in the sky?
Guys, why do I hear weeping?
all right, Clifton it is. So your mentor is in town. Yeah,
What's his
you guys
name
want
again?
to bring your library back?
Hemes.
Heems.
Hemes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta shake this gimmick now that we no longer see this mentor.
Okay.
Man, what was
Yeah,
I on?
He has like a giant chest of magic he wants to give you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go say hello to my mentor and talk to him about this. About moving.
Sure.
Hello, Eames.
Ahoy there.
It's been too long. I got your message though.
Excellent. Are you ready to go there now, or?
Not just yet. I was thinking of moving shop, or not shop, but I was thinking of taking some of my accoutrement with me, as some people say.
Exactly.
I see. Well, it's good that you have. It's good that you have some a cart and some pack animals with you.
Those aren't pack animals. Those are my friends.
No,
I meant the horses, but
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, Talia motions to the horses.
Oh, okay.
But yes.
And I whisper to Talia, I think he's been talking to the horses. Like, it's like, is that a thing wizards do? Like,
Yeah. Talia shrugs. She knows not the ways of magic.
I spoke the latter half in some other ancient language.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I imagine you'll love the extra space in your setup here, Eames.
All right.
Are you able to tell me more about these things that you mentioned before?
Sorry, what do you mean?
Oh, like the relics. Sorry.
What relics?
Oh, I got your message.
Oh, that's okay. Yes, there's been a news from Alderport that there's been some interesting magical relics that have been brought into town, and there are rumors of a wizard's tower, long forgotten nearby. I've been able to ascertain. I've been able through my contacts to ascertain that these relics or not relics necessarily. These magical artifacts are certainly genuine and quite powerful, but we, as of yet, haven't pinned down an exact location for it. It may be that future finds will give us more to go on, but it may be that someone has already found it and is, letting things trickle out for whatever reason. So
Probably just some market.
Anyway, I just thought it would be of some interest to you, to perhaps. I know you have an adventuring party. I'm engaged in other study, but I thought it might be worth your attention.
I'm highly intrigued and very thankful for you letting me know this. Do you know anything else about this tower?
Nothing. Only the artifacts that have come from it are clearly the work of a powerful wizard. If you ask around in Alderport, you should be able to find the local wizards. The local wizards will be willing to at least share the news with you, unless somebody has. I assume, presumably, they won't let on as much as they actually know, but they'll know enough to give you the basics. I'm a little far afield of it myself.
Alrighty. I'll ask around about this wizard's tower. You don't happen to think it's a literal tower, do you? How do you lose a tower?
It almost certainly is a literal tower, but it's just been cloaked by magical means. Would be my guess. Although it may well be just a slip of the just a nom de plume. It could be any sort of archive or mysterious repository. But I mean, wizards of a certain vintage just can't help but build towers. It seems.
I wonder if it's in the fire, in the ever-burning forest.
Like a impulse.
Yeah. I like an impulse.
Anyway, yeah, that's about it.
Also, how's the family?
Family's good. Yep, he's still just doing nautical magic mostly, and he's engaged in some study right now. So he's very happy when he hears that you're going to be taking all of your junk out of his library. Basically, he's like, "Oh, excellent! I got so much more space now. I can fill up with my own junk."
You can put your swing in here.
Excellent.
I was also hoping before I go, if you could help scribe down some spells in my spell book. I had to use them in a pinch, and
no, you do that.
I've been able. I do that. Okay.
Yeah, you do that. Like we would bring. That's what the whole purpose of moving your library to the other town would be. When we go to the base camp, you do that.
Yeah, but I wanted to see his handwriting one last time.
No free stuff, I think.
Okay, well, we can just do that later. Then that's all good.
I was gonna say, can your mentor do that anymore? Is that like a thing that happens?
Usually he would, if you would level, he would write its spell down, but you were no longer a mentor of him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. When you get taught a new spell, your mentor writes it down for you, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Gotcha. I will just
once you know it, like, you know, you got to do it yourself. You are as magically powerful as he is now, so it doesn't make a lot of sense.
If you want to like learn newer spells, you have to seek them out in adventure phase and stuff. Is an option to be like, I want to seek out an even more powerful wizard to teach me even more powerful stuff, as an example, or learn it yourself.
All right.
I shake his hand then. I say thank you for everything you've taught me.
All right. I think the way I'm gonna do this is because you have a cart and you have pack animals. I think the simplest thing I'm gonna do is just, instead of doing like a check, because I can't think of what an appropriate check would be. I might just say that it becomes common knowledge in the area that a large number of magical spellbooks was transported by a wizard to Crowthorn.
Ooh.
It becomes like, and everyone in the area knows that this is what's going on because of the size and level of, you know,
the giant like show we make as we go down the road.
So rather than making a check, I'll just say that, you know, the locals know that a wizard is now moving into the ruins of Crowthorn.
Don't tell me they're NIMBYs.
On a more permanent basis. I don't know about that, but I'm just saying, like...
Would they know it would be the ruins, or that they left town from heading toward that direction? It's like, someone would have to follow us there, right?
No, that's true. I mean, yeah, I'll just say that, yeah, they might not know exactly, but they know that, you know, that there's a wizard is setting up shop nearby. Let's say, yeah. The people of Clifton know. And also everyone you pass along the way. So...
Presumably,
maybe
the cathedral knows.
See that a wizard is transporting his library past. So we'll just say that, and that way, instead of having to do a bunch of weird, complicated tests, we can just lay those hooks in and say that this is a significant happening that may have future consequences.
Nice.
That way, I can just hand wave it away. Okay, so the books have made it safely to Crowthorn.
I wish we had checks now.
I mean, I could if you don't like that solution, I could just have you guys make laborer tests instead.
No. I think that's good.
I just think this is like a way of hand waving it and doing it in like a twist style, right?
I'd rather than immediately die.
Also, you'll do laborer tests if you'd prefer.
I appreciate the challenge and uncertainty, but this is literally all my possessions. I'd rather not.
Okay, so we'll just do that. I don't know how to handle that in the base camp doc.
You could just put that in adventure hooks or somewhere. Or
no, just mean, like, does the library like count as a structure? Probably not, right?
I don't know.
We're gonna be chilling by the structure.
It doesn't say that.
I think it's like, it's hidden magically, so presumably it's not like in the guild hall or somewhere. It could be like nearby, hidden, secret even to us. But like it's except Byron knows how to visit it from his.
So we'll just say that it is here, but it does not count as a structure. From now on. That's the only thing that makes sense. I checked in the Lore Master's Manual to see if there's any additional information, but it doesn't seem like there is. So we'll just leave it at that and say that this is where it is, and you can use the All right, just carry on.
Okay, now sorry, Byron. Your goal was to move your stuff. Okay.
I feel like I'm cheating now. Actually.
That's okay. I could have made it harder. I just didn't want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thank you for the.
Yeah, I
Thank you
mean,
for-
you're grateful now until you come back to base camp and all your stuff is gone.
I mean,
Look,
yeah.
I'm just saying, I mean, I'm just saying, like, maybe someone might gain access to your library next if anybody invades our base camp while you're gone. Who knows? Maybe that's a thing that might happen now.
You wanted
Who
to
can
cripple.
say?
You wanted to hurt me, and you had the opportunity.
Look, if anybody in this game gives you something nice for free, you should expect that it's going to hurt you later.
That is absolutely true.
So yeah, I will say
How's our big cheese wheel doing?
it's still
Oh yeah,
cheesy, baby.
that's right. That was like our one thing, right?
Guys, we feast.
And
Totally forgot about that. And our chickens. I didn't want to mention it, but I don't know if we have to roll for our chicken empire to see.
no, we have to actually have a base camp, and I want a base camp
Oh,
phase,
okay.
but
I
I
see.
don't know what I could do either in here right this second.
Yeah, no, yeah, we don't
That
have anything.
we
for
wanna
that,
do.
unfortunately.
I was like, is there anything like here? And it's like, no, not really. There's like a few
I mean-
things. There's a few things. There's like the broken shrine, unbreak it, I guess. But I my character doesn't worship that god.
Where?
There's like
Sorry.
I don't know. Where do we do?
Oh, here we go. Okay. I was just trying to see, what was in our base camp. So, oh wow, our card is like full of stuff. So, wheel of cheese, hand, hammer, bakes and nails. I mean, these things are currently written in as in our cart. So we might want to like leave them at base camp.
Yep.
Apparently, I have my own cache. I didn't even realize.
Everyone has their own
Yeah, I
cache.
just renamed them. They were numbered, but I renamed them to people's caches.
Okay. Like Byron, you have a jug of wine you could take if you want.
And
Yeah, I just was like, here's our things that like could be in people's caches. I guess I don't know.
What are worthless coins?
Exactly that.
They are worthless coins of no prominence. So like they're tin or whatever. They basically they're two things. They could be two things. One of two things: adventure hook, or a we have to circles up someone who would then buy them. And
Okay.
then- and
Also
you-
an adventure hook.
Okay. Then you got
Oh,
cheese
yeah. These coins are worthless on the ethereal blockchain.
and lamp oil. Lamp oil is pretty nice because we're desperately needing light.
we don't
But
have
Our
our
lamp is
lantern,
broken.
I was gonna say the lantern is
But
kaput,
yes.
right?
Let's put
But
Wait,
the
what
there's
is
no
ka-
way to repair it, eh?
let's
Yeah, what is kaput?
So the hen is now at the base camp, so I'm just gonna take the hen off of it and then put it in to at the base camp under scavenged hut because it doesn't take up space.
It's just where it is. Yeah, it's just here.
Did we have a rooster or did we not buy a rooster?
We did not.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
I thought we did. That was what we did in town because we had the chicken as a reward and then we bought the rooster. I very specifically remember us being quite excited about buying a rooster in camp or in town. I think it was Elfwin, in fact, who was doing it. Because I remember, Chris, you were kind of in charge of all the bills there. It was like 5 or 6D of stuff. Can't remember exactly what it was that we bought. I was pretty sure the rooster was a part of it, though. There's a few other things we got specifically for base camp.
Yeah, we got a hammer and nails.
Oh yes, right, because we wanted to build something. No lumber. I think we were trying to get lumber. Was the thing?
I don't
Yep.
think we got lumber. I think we were like we couldn't.
That was one of the things we were discussing, but we didn't get that.
I think we
Okay,
just got a
okay.
hammer and
I think we were like we could scavenge lumber from like the ruins.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
Wheel of cheese. I'm just gonna put that away. Also, I'm gonna subtract one use of this cheese from Talia's because the while away
Oh right,
Roll
the guard is
needs to
eating it,
have food.
right? I still get a kick out of the fact that he's just strictly eating cheese.
well, it's a little hand wavy, but
Yeah,
He's
I
eating
know,
it.
I know.
you need
Yeah,
other
you-
stuff too. But also,
I
the
haven't pooped
cheese.
in like a
This is so
year.
funny to me.
Just like putting stuff into places. Off the
Well, apparently
cart.
I've got a hammer as well. I don't know if I ever want to try and pick up. I mean, I kind of do. I don't want to do it right now, but
Armor.
eventually try and pick up armor. Exactly.
You could repair the
Like,
both dented helms. You could take the
Yeah.
dented helm and then yours, and then try to repair both of them.
Mm-hmm. Can hammers go on belts?
Probably.
Let me check quickly. Hammer. Carried one or pack one? Nope. Sadness. Okay. Well, that means it's staying here for now. Oh, I guess we have one on the cart, so it's not a big deal. I think that's technically the dwarfs. Whoever that. Oh no, I guess it's the hammer we bought. But oh well, rip.
How much space is in a cache? Like 12 or 6? I think it's 12.
There, yeah, it says in there somewhere.
Yeah, 12 sounds correct. So the poisoned well and the ruined shrine, those are part of our base camp?
No, they're part of like the area. I just put them in because we might want to do stuff with them.
Right, right.
Like we could potentially fix up a shrine. I don't know how. But possibly as a like a theologian or ritualist workshop.
Mm.
As if you have one of those things and you have like a home and a couple other things, when the base camp levels up into a town, that it could become a religious bastion if we fulfill enough requirements.
Mm.
And then the poisoned well, you could potentially fix it into a well. Was my goal. It's just,
Right.
something's bad with it. We never really looked into it. Or like Steed looked into it, but it was like a trap, and then he like I'm never looking into it again. And then after experiencing the trap, we decided that was enough.
Yeah.
I look for cash is 12 range for resistance. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this damaged helmet into Talia's thing.
Oh, sure. Byron, so are you still carrying that broken lantern?
Yeah.
Is there any way for us to repair that, or should we just forget about it and try to get another one?
I think in a way we have made art here. Look, it is a deformed lantern made from combat, and I feel like that gives it a sense of intrinsic value, worth more than it is a real lantern.
Right.
You can
You can repair things. I assume it would be repairing.
I know there's armor, smith, and peasant. I know those are kind of like the three.
Yeah, it would be one of the. It would probably be Smith, I imagine.
I was gonna say because armor seems more like weapons armor. Peasant.
Depending on what it is, could be jeweler too.
Builder, mend, and complain.
I mean,
Socks, clothing, huts or sheds, friendships.
Friendships?
wait, is Smith even a skill?
Abstract. It's in the
lore.
mastery?
It's in the lore master
Right.
page.
So fences are
39.
tools for peasants is 2, which would make me think that it could be.
Yeah,
a
it would
tool.
almost certainly be a Smith. Would be Smith. This would be like a blacksmith because the lantern's made of metal, right?
Yeah.
Made of iron or steel. So
Oh
it
yeah,
would
is it
be.
also tools for smith? So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, well, there you go.
So yeah, it would be a Smith test of some kind. Let me just see what it would be to repair it.
Well, to make it, it'd probably be like
Smith. Hardware factors. Oh yeah, this is to make a thing, right?
That's fair, actually. So I guess I would think it would be 2, just like tools and then functional.
Yeah, but that'd be make it from scratch,
Yeah,
presumably.
yeah, yeah.
Honestly, we could just reforge it, quote unquote, and then like give a helping die by having like it as a supplies
Hmm.
or something like that. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
we would want to run it. But that's not what we're doing right now. I think we take the oil and try to like make make like torches there.
Okay.
Like
Because that's what I was thinking. Is like we need light is going to be useful, right? So. Okay. Can we do that with like lamp oil and?
Yeah, this would be a survivalist test if we can't get enough things for good ideas, but I'm hoping it'd be a good idea, but we'll save it when we get there.
Okay. Okay. Well, sure. Let's take that with us then. Do we need that on our characters, or can we just bring it in the cart?
I'm just putting it in the cart, and then
Okay.
we'll probably need it on our characters once we get there, because we're probably not bringing the cart up a mountain.
Yeah. No, I know. That's why I'm thinking like, where the heck do we put it? I guess I could carry my bottle of water with me.
Honestly, I have a free hand.
Okay. Because the oil, I think it's pack 2?
Pack 1
Glass.
uses.
Pack 1. Oh, okay.
I want to bring
You're
a
right.
rope. I'm bringing the rope.
Glasses.
And we bring this jug.
I guess it's to Byron. Byron, do you want to bring your jug of wine?
I think it's a good call. I think I'll. Wait, how big is the jug?
Well,
three.
jug is pack 3, but it currently has 2 draughts of wine in it, I believe.
I think I can just fill my wineskin with this and just call it there. I don't think I need to bring a massive jug. I don't have. Like, I'm just looking at my sacks. Wait, Marcel, my strong and handsome.
Good recall. I forgot that he existed again.
Also, you should think about like bringing only this spell book that you want to bring.
Oh, that's true. I don't know if you need to have
Like all 4 of them
palace.
with you.
Well, you can keep some in the cart, but maybe not necessarily on your person.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna, when I get some checks, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna spend time, allocating which spells to which spell books, so I know what to carry with me to optimize myself. So for now, but
I'm thinking.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
for now. But for now, like you should keep the spellbook on you that has spells that you can currently cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then keep the other ones in the cart. You can always go back to the cart and get them. Right?
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere.
that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, so I don't know which spell books you're gonna bring or put in the cart, but I'm just gonna put spell books in the cart. Spell book.
I mean, I don't know if it's too
Pack
like
2.
hand wavy, but we can just say that he has the spell book on him that has his spells, and the other ones are in the cart. And we'll sort it out later, like when you actually.
Well, it might be
figure out.
relevant
Okay.
because
Yeah.
Like, do we
Um,
have written down which spells are in which book?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take spellbook 1 with
that
me.
makes sense.
Wisdom of the Sages.
Well, you've got
Supernal
2.
Vision.
Yeah, you've got Wisdom of the Sages memorized twice, and that is in book 1, and so that book also has supernatural vision or supernaural vision.
Supernal, yeah.
Yeah, because like if anything, I kind of want to get this on. I want to camp only once more on the mountain, and in that camp phase, I want Tyler to map the way back, and then we camp here, and then it provides opportunities for him to write stuff in his book and whatnot.
That's fair. I'm all about giving Tyler more opportunities to use his magic.
4, 6, 7, 8,
I do love
9.
Supernal vision. That's what it's called. Yeah.
Like there is cheese. Like there's 2 wheels of cheese, but I think we should leave them for the guy, the guard.
Yeah, that's fair. And well, I guess technically right now
We want the magic
Marcel.
salve.
Oh yeah.
And do we want to bring like the Book of Myths or the Cyclopedia?
What does Encyclopedia do again? It helps with pathfinding.
No, like they would. I would imagine both of them could help with any number of things, depending on what's in them. Which I guess Cyclopedia is like a general encyclopedia of
Okay.
something, and then the Book of Myths is myths. So I would imagine the Book of Myths could be help with lore master tests if you lease through it, or maybe hunter tests on mythical creatures.
Mm-hmm.
To try and learn stuff about them, and or provide when you're at camp / at a base or base town, read through them, probably do research where you get to ask a question and then see if the book has the answer.
Okay.
And it'd be so like that'd be scholar test and or lore master test.
Yeah. I mean, there's no harm in bringing it. Our cart has like bazillion space. The only issue is if our cart like goes missing or something. And we're just increasing the.
Let's just bring one of them. We'll bring the myths because there's some magic going on. Maybe the myths, depending on the Book of the Myths, depending if how rare the thing on the mountain. Maybe it's theologian and helpy. Maybe it's lore master and in folklore, and could help Tyler identify whatever's going on. Let's just bring one. At least if we get if it goes missing, we'll have another thing to lie back on.
Mm.
And do we bring the jug of wine then? Because then we can just have extra wine in the cart.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
When we're talking about bringing the jug of wine, I'm like, I don't have space for that on my back. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'll just be useful for Osmond to recover from his afraid condition as well.
Yeah.
Assuming we can't just have you make an elixir, Byron.
Yeah,
I'll
I
make
want to
sure.
like do a bunch of checks. I want to give them all to to Byron essentially.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
I think we're ready to set out. Are we ready to set out?
I think so.
Yep.
Supplied. All that's left is to brave the new world into the darkness.
The
Okay.
darkness.
So, with that in mind, can Talia rub some of that goo on her side there, just so that she's not as internally bleeding as she was previously?
Oh, the magic goo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. What's
so
it
how
do?
does
Where is
work?
this?
It's in the base camp. It is salve, ignores injured for 1 turn, 3 of 3, pack 3.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I will then do. I guess it's technically times 3, and then not 3 of 3.
Wait, what?
Times 3, pack 1. It's just like one use. It's like a pack 1 salve, but they're magic, and there's 3 of them.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, if you I looked up. I think it's on like it's in the.
It's just a complicated. We should probably like have sizes be in the like circular brackets, and then the number of them be at like the start or something like that to make it easier, so we don't mix that up. But it's okay. We can do that another day. Okay. You ignore injured for 1 turn.
Okay. I, on instinct, push forward and lead the way.
All right. Where do you want to go?
So what do you guys think? I'm thinking we head back to the Silk-wrapped woods, because that's where we last saw evidence of our belongings.
Yes, and I think we should hit to the Silken Pines and then light a candle and walk into the woods. But yes.
Okay. I agree with this idea. Because we do still have the candle, that's a good point. We're not completely without light.
But we will not use the light now. You are magically insulated from death.
Well, at the very least from death, yes. Okay.
For this for 1 turn at least.
Okay.
Trying to think if I want to...
I will go with I guess Ob 3, right? Nearby but infrequently used. presuming that you make it from Crossroads Keep.
Yeah.
Because everything else is on map. So you'll be
Okay.
following your map to Crossroads Keep, and then
I'm wondering if I
it's
used...
well traveled to Grimsby, but after that you're going into the woods. So we'll go with infrequently used.
Okay. Oh, right, because it was 2 from Grimsby, but it's 3 past that. Okay. So in that case, I'm wondering
I've
if I
been
want
foregoing
to...
a lot of Pathfinder like tests in the woods because you know if you're just going like if you're going space to space, but like well,
Mhm.
you know, I don't want to hand wave too much. You know?
No, that's fine. I'm debating if I want to use the trait against myself. Which I was thinking of doing initially, but I also didn't want to kill my character, but or like give myself another condition so I can't recover injured. But I'm rolling this on 3. This is 3 versus 3, so in that case, I mean I need fails to advance my Pathfinder also.
True.
You know what? Sure. I may regret this, but I think it's going to be fun. So, Talia, in her ever-present foolishness, now that she has the salve and she's feeling kind of better, she's actually feeling not just better, she's feeling really good. And she's almost feeling kind of confident and cocky. And as she's leading the group, heading towards the forest, she's getting into her head again about how amazing she was when she was fighting the giant arachnid. And she's actually not paying that much attention to where she's going. So she's constantly kind of weaving and going. And she's stopping to almost like reenact her fight with the spider. And she's almost like weaving and winding as she takes them through the woods. So we were kind of good when we got to Grimsby and Pass. But once we got like closer to where the spider was, Talia's getting more and more kind of brazen, and she's starting to like go off the path and like, wait guys, come over here, like look at this. It was like this when I fought the spider. So she's really starting to like kind of get off track now.
Okay.
Which trait is that? Negative.
Foolhardy. Yeah. She's being very foolish. So I'm gonna use the trait against myself. Oh, I love playing a foolish character. Okay.
Yep.
0.
All right. You've So you make it to the Silken Pines.
Okay.
But you were so caught up in your tale that you failed to clock that the sky overhead is looking somewhat unfriendly, and as you step into the woods, a thunderous crack is heard, and the skies open up. It is pouring rain.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. And you are all wet and bedraggled before too long.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, Talia snaps out of it when she hears the thunder crack.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit. We should. I guess we're kind of. Is the rain coming like through the trees? And like you said, we're soaked, right?
Yeah, I mean you're still outdoors, you know. Like there's a fair bit of tree cover, but the water is coming thick and fast, so
Okay.
it's pretty wet.
Yeah. I guess what I'm asking is like, is there? Because I wanted to be like, oh shit, we should take cover. We should run into the forest. But is that even gonna? Is there even like? Does that even stop us from getting wet, or are we just?
Well, I mean,
SOL?
it helps. If you
Okay.
were like hiding under a tree, you'd get less wet,
Okay. Okay.
you know. Or if you shacked up and made a shelter, then you could probably stay dry. But
Yeah. Talia will suggest that.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know if the group wants to push into the woods.
Yeah, I mean,
But- Yeah. We should
Like-
probably just find some cover and then reconvene to discuss how we want to light our way, if possible, into the woods, because it's going to be quite necessary. Excuse me.
I said let's do it.
Okay. Well, I guess if we're at the Silken Pines, then we were at the Cobblestone Path, and it was kind of like, as I recall, in between the Silk Wrapped. It's basically triangulated in the center-ish between Cobblestone Path, Silk Wrapped Woods, and Silken Pines. Is where we last saw evidence of what looked like a fire.
Yeah, right in here.
Yeah.
You want to go check that out?
I mean, so like Talia's suggesting like we should, or I guess actually from reading the Torchbearer stuff, I'm supposed to use I, so I'll stop doing third person. But I suggest that we kind of move into the forest, and then just take cover, and then from there we can like see if we can light something to light our way. Because I think that's the most important thing is so we don't get caught up with like we did the last time we try to fight that spider in the dark. Not to mention we can't really find our things in the dark either. So.
Speaking a different language. I agree. Speaking different language.
That's right. I guess you can gesture.
I like give you the thumbs up and then also like wave my hands in such a way that like, you know, light, but like not the candle, because like miming out that we wouldn't need to light the candle if we go towards something that's glowing, sort of thing. Or
Okay.
if it's still there, at least.
I was gonna say I'm not sure it's still there, but we can check it out. So actually at this point we do have oh shoot. So
you
do we
two
bring
are
oil with us?
You two are injured. Oh yeah. So what? I guess we need to like at the start or before we followed the large stone rocks, decide what we wanted to bring from the from the cart. I want to bring the oil and the rope and possibly more of the salve. Let me look at how much space I have. Because I have no space, I'm going to, instead of having a backpack on my person, since I don't have one, I'm going to on my torso have a rope. Dead. On my belt, pocket, I have a word. Okay. No longer have a shield. I'm gonna put my flail, my belts, 2 hands. I'm gonna carry one of the magical salves, and the other hand I will carry lamp oil, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Then I'll just remove it from the cart. That the rope and the lamp oil are on me, as well as one of the salves.
Wait, so I can. Sorry, I have a spot on my belt and I have a pouch.
You can have the other salve if you want.
Sure.
And
so
then,
I guess I'll put that in my pouch.
Yeah, and does where's Marcel carry right now?
He has. I like how we're remembering Marcel, by the way. I just want to mention that.
He's an unsung hero.
He has Alfwin's spellbook, but we're leaving that in the cart.
And he's also got a cool stolen ring. We could give him the jug if we want. I guess actually, if he took the jug, that would be all he has.
Yeah, so he has the jug, and then I am going to wear the ring. But little stolen ring.
It's not cursed.
I don't know.
You slip on the ring and you no longer speak in tongues. You now breathe fire and blood is coming out of your eyes.
Wait, sorry. Which ring is this?
The one from the dead guy.
Oh, the dead guy's ring? Yeah, okay. You're wearing it.
Yeah. Because it gives room for the jug to go into Marcel's pack wine, and then we can, presumably, if we find water, we can drink it.
Yeah, well, sorry, where's... Byron, are you wearing... You are, okay. You're wearing that necklace we found on the other guy, right? That looked like it was...
Yeah.
Alright, we determined it was protective against spirits in some way? Or they thought it was?
No, Byron's wearing a law necklace of... like a holy symbol of a long-forgotten cult. That's the shape of a star. I have the...
Oh, you have it.
The ward, and I'm keeping it in my pocket.
Okay. Okay, so I was wondering. It's like,
Yeah.
we should probably have that with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure what it does, but it's in my pocket.
Excellent. And sorry, just for the record, because here it says belt items, belt 1, pack 1, or weapon 1. So are things that are pack 1, can you put them in your belt? Or is it only things that say belt 1?
I think only things
Sorry.
that are say belt 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but
On
I'm
your
just
belt?
confused
What
by that.
sorry,
Yeah.
what are you asking?
Well, on the Roll20 sheet, it
Yeah.
says belt items, belt 1, pack 1, or weapon 1. Blah blah blah. Bundled items must be kept in a purse or pouch. And I'm just a bit confused because I was under the impression that it was only things that said belt that could be on your belt. Excuse me, but it's like the pack 1 wording is confusing me. Like
Sorry,
it's like, oh,
what are we based on what? Sorry. What item are we
It's,
talking
it's,
about?
it's just written in the under the belt option on any character sheet. It just says belt and it tells you what things could be written in belt, but it gives you belt items, belt 1, pack 1, or weapon 1. Bundled pack items must be kept in purse or pouch.
yeah. Which is why I was just trying to
You can
figure out,
keep
like,
you can put anything on a belt that you could put in your backpack unless it's like a bundle. So like rations, coins, or torches can't go on your belt, but like pretty much anything else can. Like a water skin, obviously your water skin, but you know, anything that you can put in a pack 1 or carry 1, you can put on your belts generally.
okay.
Unless it's like unless it just doesn't make sense. If it's like a coins or something, right? If it's something that
Yeah.
you couldn't like hook through a belt loop.
Who has the
You know.
candle, by the way?
That is a good question. Carried 1 or pack 1 for 4 candles. But it's a single candle that we have, right? Not 4 candles?
Yeah, but I would say it's the same. Like 4 candles is pack 1, so I would count them like torches. Where I'd say you got to put that in your backpack. You know?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's a candle. Like where are you gonna put it? You know.
Carried 1 or pack 1.
Like if you, I guess technically, like if you had like a single torch, you could maybe like tuck it through your belt, but you know.
Yeah. Could I, well, with a single candle, can I put that in my pocket?
I mean, sure, but then that's a pouch, right? And then the pouch could be attached to your belt, so that's fine.
No, the pocket's its own thing now.
Oh, right, your pocket, right? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
If not, it's fine. I'm just wondering, because...
seems like a bit big for a pocket. Especially if it's going to be a night, like if these are going to be like, I imagine these are like pretty thick, chunky candles.
Okay, yeah, fair
you know,
enough.
because they're going to burn for quite a while. So,
Yeah.
given the
Okay.
given the name of a pocket, it sounds like it sounds like it's like those pockets that are like the smaller pocket inside your pocket on a pair of jeans or something. That's what it sounds like from looking at it. You know.
Well, in that case, do we have... I mean, I could just carry it in my other hand. I would just have to drop it if we were like to get into trouble. But although Byron, I couldn't help but notice that technically, like, what are you carrying right now, Byron? Because if you're not carrying those other 2 spellbooks, you have like 4 slots.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was just spell books.
Yeah, so those are no longer in your inventory. They're in I wrote them in the thing.
So that gives us a lot of breathing room in terms of items.
Well, Byron,
if you want that, Byron.
Could you hold this salve? You might be using it anyway.
I was gonna say.
I'll hold the salve.
Because I need the flail can't actually fit in the. I think weapons specifically tell you if they can fit in your belt or not.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually, I
I
think it's just a weird thing on the character sheet, but.
Which salve is this?
It's a magic salve that lets you ignore injured for 1 turn. Pack 1. And you have the other one, right, Talia?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
It's in my pouch.
Then I think we're ready to go.
Okay. Excellent.
Rolling me down the highway.
I am going to try to find a branch in the forest and wrap some spider web from on the end of it by swinging it into the trees a little bit, and then pouring some oil on it. I'm going to try to make I'm going to make a torch. is what I'm going to try to do.
You're making
Out of some foraged things, or
Come
not
on.
like things that are around me. I'm assuming. I'm assuming I could easily pick up some sort
Now-
of length of wood. It could be
Mhm.
terrible to light, but I'm going to try to do this.
Say the line, Oswin.
Now, you're really trying really hard, and I appreciate that. And I really want to tell you that it's a good idea because it is a good idea. But there's a little problem with your idea, and the fact that it's really, really wet everywhere right now is making it really
Yeah.
hard for you to find dry spider silk. You know, the wood being damp isn't a problem because you're not really burning it; it just needs to smolder. But all the spider silk you're finding is just saturated with liquid.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to ask for a scavenger test.
Okay, so just to be clear, this is a scavenger test to find the silk, and then it's a good idea to have a torch.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, your little MacGyver torch is a good idea. So I'm not gonna make that, but you do need to find dry silk.
Yes,
That's gonna be
of course I am doing that, and that's what I said I am going to do. And I spend my time looking around, trying to find like silk, and I'm like squeezing it, and like water's coming out, and I'm like, this is waterlogged. It's never gonna hold oil like I require.
Exactly.
What's the ob on this scavenger test?
It's let me see.
You have to say the line when it succeeds.
Actually, I guess it might still be a survivalist test, huh? Because this is you're still making you're making torches. That's more like a survivalist thing. Or is it?
Depends what you require. If you say I need to find tools, it could be a scout test. It could be a scavenger test. It's whatever you want.
I'm just trying to figure out what would be the most appropriate.
I honestly think scavenger would be, well, because just as a scavenger scrounge up useful bits and materials, blah blah blah. They can also forage for sustenance.
The problem with like scavenging is that it's kind of like it kind of is like, you're just getting stuff, you know, and so like you're like in the wilderness, scavenger is much harder because there's just less stuff. But like he's specifically looking for a specific thing, so maybe scout might be the better one because you're looking for something specific. I'm just reading through the skills and just seeing what the most appropriate skill would be.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, survivalist does say make emergency tools.
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah,
survivalist is best.
Wait up, weather without wasting your supplies.
I think so. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, survivalist makes more sense. So we'll go with survivalist, and it'll just be an ob 2.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you're the DM, so.
Yeah, that just makes sense to me.
Ob 2, you say?
Yep. Yeah, there's lots of spider silk around, so you know it's not going to be easy to find any that's dry, but you have lots to choose from. So.
Question.
I
don't have survivalist as a skill.
Okay.
Do I have a penalty because I don't have it as a skill? Usually you do, but I am going to argue that I have narratively said that I have the stuff. The only thing I'm missing is the thing I'm rolling for. So.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. I wouldn't give you a penalty on this, given that this is, you know.
All right, and I'm assuming it is dim light.
Yes, it is dim light in here.
And also, yeah, that's it. I'm using nature, and it's outside my nature because I cannot roll beginner's luck. I'm rolling 4 dice on 2. Outside my nature, it tax my nature by 1 regardless, and it's going to, if I fail this, tax my nature by the margin.
I was gonna say, I guess we can't.
If you can help me, but you are afraid, the only person that could help me.
Oh no, I'm not afraid anymore.
Oh, you're not afraid?
Yeah, because I delivered the prologue, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You could help me, but I think scavenger might be Or yeah.
It is indeed a health test.
Oh wait, is this?
Oh no, sorry,
wait,
survival.
Is this scout test? Yeah, this is survivalist. Yeah.
It's survivalist, yeah.
It's a health. So you
Yeah, it is a health test.
helping.
I could use the salve.
But don't do that on this test. No.
Yeah.
I know it's important, or try. It's sort of important and kind of cool to have torches, but let's do it.
It's pretty
Let's go.
important.
Let's go. I'm rolling. I fail it, I think. It's the dim light.
Yes, unless you want to spend a fate.
I do want to spend a fate. I think this is important.
Okay.
Enough to do. Yes.
All right, you
Ooh.
succeed. You make I would
Good
say
job,
pack 1 of
Osmond.
torches. Congratulations.
I'm tapping my nature by 1 or whatever it is, taxing it.
You're all good.
Excellent.
Oof.
How much do you have? I have enough. Like you said, 1 torch or
Pack 1, so I'm assuming he
Torches?
means whatever pack 1 worth of torches is? Or do you mean just 1 torch for a pack 1?
Isn't I guess 4, right? Because like pack 1 of torches is a bundle of 4, right?
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh,
Period
excellent.
1 or pack 1 for 4.
Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't. There's no point in making less than that, right? So,
a
Yeah.
bunch
Unless
of
I
torches.
really wanted to feel, brutal for no reason, but that's
Yeah.
just me. It
I'm
just
here to make you suffer.
You wouldn't just make 1; you'd make some, right? If you were
Yeah,
making
yeah.
them.
Okay, and presumably I used up 1 use of the oil.
Yes, I will say that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so you get 4 torches. Use them
Okay.
wisely.
Excellent. And sorry, is someone carrying the candle?
I don't have room. I
Okay,
think
Byron, were you carrying it or?
I was carrying it. I can put it in my bag.
No, that's fine.
Candle. Yeah. Look at me, it's a candle.
Excellent.
Can you put this one of 2 lamp oil in your bag as well?
Yeah, 1 of 2. Or
Lamp.
just
It's just lamp oil, like what 1 use essentially.
alright.
Yeah, and then yeah, and then I guess we have like a bunch of torches now. There's space for that.
Byron, because I don't have any space.
I can carry like
Um,
I could carry the lit torch. What's in your hands, Byron? You have a broken lantern and a small sack. Yeah, so you carry 3 of the torches, and I'll put 1 in my inventory as in my hand. Light.
Okay, I got 3 torches.
1. And I guess I light it? Is it easy to light once we get into cover? Or is it still like rainy and hard
I
to
have a
light?
tinderbox. Which should help. I don't know if it's might still be a check. Tinderbox.
I don't have
This is
I don't have a tinderbox, and I'm not going to light this.
Yeah. Well, I can use my tinderbox to light yours, can I?
Yeah, but just a second. Or should I light it? Ugh. You're injured,
Like-
right? I don't want.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want you
I
to.
am,
Say, I don't
yeah.
want you to say you light it, and then he's like, "It's raining and hard," and then it's a check, and then you're gonna light yourself on fire and die or something.
It's pouring rain right now, guys. It's so wet out there.
Yeah,
You guys
I
have
was
no
gonna say,
idea.
This tinderbox says tinderbox allows your character to light a fire without making a test under normal conditions. It also grants a +1d to survival test to start a fire in bad conditions.
hmm
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe we just simply walk toward where the light was.
And see how far we can get without
in the dim light right now. Because if it's a fire, we can use the fire to light it.
I guess that's a good question. It's not darkness right now, right? It's just dim light.
Dim light, I think.
It's dim. It's dim
Okay.
in here.
So not literally like like fumbling around in the dark. It's like dim and it's not.
Everything's a
super
little
well
harder. And I guess we just go and then prepared to run away, I suppose.
done. Yeah, sure. We can save our resources. Maybe it'll clear up at some point. I don't know, but we can play it by ear.
Sure. Right. In that case, let us, I guess, go in a little further. We will inch our way into the silken wrapped woods. Kind of like going
following the stones.
into following the stones and keeping an eye out to see if there's any glowing things.
Yes. Well, as you make your way down to the clearing, you keep your eyes peeled, but unfortunately, it seems like the embers that you had seen on your last visits have either gone out or, more likely, have been completely smothered by the rain. There's no evidence left of whatever fire you may have seen.
That makes sense.
Doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, obviously, the place that you did see is still there, but you don't see evidence of it anymore.
Okay. Well, I think that answers that. Unless we want to go scrounging around in the dark, we're probably gonna have to light some torches. How much light? Sorry, a torch provides light for
2 turns for like
how many people?
Let me just check. 2 characters for 2 turns.
2 characters. Okay.
I think it means bright light for 2 turns.
Yeah.
And then the rest get dim.
Okay.
Is that how that works?
If it's 2 people, then yes, and then I think it's 2 other people get dim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make that explicit on page 154, but it's in the grind chapter of the Scholar's Guide where it goes into more detail.
Yeah, it's just I think you just double it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's just annoying to have to go to 2 separate books to figure that out.
Okay, I have the GM screen. Yeah, it has it has the light table. So
yeah, I see it here.
Torch is 2, 2, 2.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, light for 2 people, dim for 2 more, for 2 turns.
Okay. No, if we're making like a group test, if anyone's in dim light, we get the penalty, right?
Yeah.
If the person helping, unless the person, like if everyone helps and someone's in dim light, they get the penalty. You get the penalty because one of the people is in dim light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if only 2 of you are involved, then you don't get the penalty because both of the people helping are in bright light.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Should we camp and then wait for the weather to pass, or
that's not a terrible idea, actually.
do we push forward and light this thing? And if so,
let's.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like, and then where do we want to camp? Like, I guess if we like go and look at I guess how there's a cliff somewhere near here to the right of us. Is it like a gentle slope, or is it like straight up and down, or is it like an overhang at some point?
Right.
If I just look at it, what is it? Because
it's difficult to see through the thick trees.
Okay.
But remembering your prior excursion on the path, for the most part, it's just like a steep slope.
Okay. Yeah.
There are probably some areas where it's sheer.
Yeah, I don't want to go
probably
look.
Some areas where it's more gentle. It's just it's varied, right? It's not a.
I don't want to go look for like an overhang.
If that's what you're asking, like you could probably find you could probably find something like that somewhere.
Yeah, I don't want to go look for one.
It would make sense given the elevation, but you don't remember anything in particular, so you'd have to look for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do we just make camp under like a somewhat cropping of trees and try and?
Do we just go to the destroyed camp and try and make camp there again? Because there's like lean-tos and stuff.
Oh, like down by the wood camp?
Yeah, honestly, if the bandits, I guess we made our way past there. Was there bandits there, or like?
Nope.
No. Did they take the
no evidence?
Did they take the camp away? The lean-tos.
I mean, there wasn't much of a camp left to be taken away.
Okay.
It had been pretty well, like I don't use the word destroyed lightly. Like all of the shelters pretty much had been
Okay.
torn apart.
And that tent I used to burn it. We could have used that. Darn. All right. Okay. I don't know. Do we just like plop down in a camp or what have you? I'm at a loss.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think what I would do.
You want me to light this and then we can continue?
Talia doesn't think. Well, so I want to push forward. She sees the wisdom in waiting out the rain. Honestly,
I don't mind the rain.
So, okay. Oh, wait, I'm trying to get into my character. I'm trying to start using eye language to get into my character's headspace. You know what? No. So, Andrew sees the wisdom, and
Andrew sees the wisdom.
No, you're a good person. No.
But I want to push forward. I want to go find our things. So I suggest that we just light the torches and keep going.
Okay. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if you should. So I guess I should. Like, cause you guys are injured. You guys are like haggard, and me making tests, me being the only one to make tests, I have to make them with my nature test.
Off your nature because
I'm
you're still afraid.
Like I'm gonna get taxed to crap and then become all hollowed out.
I mean, Talia doesn't mind being one who. Anyways, yeah.
You know,
it's just kind of meta. Talia doesn't mind being the one to light it. She's willing to just slap on Salvin, like. But I don't know if that's like, a poor use of our resources and gonna trigger you. So, it's your call. If you want to, like,
you could do it.
Nature.
You could do it. You could put it on and then light it and see if there's even a test. Because if there's no test, the solve will last, right? So.
Is that how that works?
That's one test, right? Last one test.
Okay, sure. Well, yeah, Talia's definitely, because she's the one who's eager to go forward, right? So she's gonna just take more of this paste, kind of rub it all over her body because she's impatient. And she's just gonna whip out her tinderbox and say, like, "All right, speaking of tongues, guy," and she's gonna just kind of like.
Yeah, because I'm like speaking in tongues, I'm like muttering in tongues and like looking around, like I have no idea what we're doing. Yeah, okay, so you're gonna I'm gonna hold out this torch in the rain and have you light it.
She's gonna be like, "No rain's gonna stop me."
Maybe we go a little closer to like a tree to try to like shield it slightly, but I don't know how it would cover a bunch of. The way it was described is that there's not like dry spots particularly, so at least if there was an easy dry spot with
the wind is also a problem, right? Like it's quite blustery, which means like branches are getting shaken around, and so a spot that was dry a moment ago might get a sheet of water splashed on you a moment later. It's just it's unpredictable.
Okay,
Talia's gonna use her sheer size.
If it were just a gentle rain, then yes, it would be no problem to avoid it. But it's a storm, right? So it's quite windy as well, which is the main issue.
Yeah. So what Talia's gonna do, because she's like not a meathead, but she's gonna basically use her prodigious size to be like, "All right, come here, little man," and she's gonna like take Ozzy over to a tree. And she's gonna just like hunker over the torch and essentially block it with her body, and then just like aggressively strike the tinderbox and be like, "Light, you goddamn torch!"
All right.
Excellent.
Your anger notwithstanding, we'll go with Survivalist 2 on that one. Light a fire in bad conditions.
Okay. Survivalist. I am injured. It's beginner's luck.
You're not injured. You ignore injured.
Sorry, I ignore injured.
Give yourself a die or
I guess,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't know
Just
how
do
to do
other-
this. Just unclick it or something.
Yeah, I'll just do other modifiers plus 1d, and then I have gear, so plus 1d, even though that doesn't actually give me anything extra. Although, if someone's willing to help, that would give me another d, so I don't know if anyone can help with Survivalist. I know you can't right now, Oswin, because you're afraid. But,
If you have peasant, that is a relevant help.
yeah, well, it's actually beginner's luck, Byron, so... Although I know you're also injured, so I don't know if you want to.
I was gonna say that also puts his life on the line.
Yeah.
If you're helping with a
Also,
health
does dim light affect this also, or would it not because of the sparks? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question.
I think it says all
Forgot.
tests, but
I forgot there was dim light.
Yeah, I think it's anything. I mean, you're trying to make it light, so obviously the light can't be helping you because you don't have any light.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, if anything, the dimness makes it harder. You know, because like the sparks are like blinding you because they're so bright compared to your dim surroundings.
All right, well, Byron, I'll leave it up to you if you want to assist in some way, or if you can. Do you have a wise that exists with this?
no, I only have herb wise, and this is
No, Byron.
Here. Oh, Byron.
I don't know if.
I have explosion wise, so that's the type of heat. But even then, I don't think I can help. And if I do,
Well, you have common sense wise. I don't know if there's.
you're trying to light a torch.
Tali is missing.
If you
How's
use
this for-
if you use wises, you are insulated from the harm. Is the thing also? So if you use a wise to aid, you are insulated from any harm.
I want to point out that we're using common sense wise for you trying to light a torch in the heavy rain. Just want to say.
But like,
How does that help?
how do you? Yeah, exactly.
But
if you're gonna use common sense wise to help, you said you want to point out they were doing this. But
I was just saying that as a funny thing because like common sense. Why would you do that? Do it in the dry place. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. But like, you can actually use your wise to actually help by instructing us in common sense in some way. Like, if you can come up with like a creative way, and it can actually benefit us.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I can help you with my common sense wise. I'm gonna let you know when the rain starts to break just a little bit, so you're not so bombarded with water. Look at the sky, idiot. There's your common sense. Does that count?
Does that aid? I guess
I wanted to aid.
Sure, whatever.
I'm sorry.
No,
Honestly, I was trying to struggle to think, well, how does common sense wise work? I'm like, you're doing it in the rain.
No, I mean it's a fair critique. I mean Talia is not like Talia's not thinking about anything other than how much she wants to light this torch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like I said, I don't mean to be so dismissive. Like, yeah, no, it's just like, hey, like actually try and shelter the thing that you're trying to light. Like, hello, it's raining.
Talia's like, shut up, I'm big. I'm just like
just because you're big doesn't mean that you can like, shield the whole thing from rain. Like, hunker down, close to the ground, stuff like that.
Do it under the wagon.
Yeah, exactly. Like, get underneath the thing. Come on. Let's. Yeah, no, it works. It works. I agree.
Okay. So ob 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, ob 2. It's right there in the book. I don't even have to make one up.
Ooh, we just make it. Oof.
All right, you have light.
Praise be to light.
Excellent.
Ooh. I gotta use Survivalist, which is a skill I want to increase because it's just cool and fits my character who's backpacking looking for bandits. Okay, so we have the fire now.
Mm-hmm. You have a torch.
All right. Talia starts pushing forward, dragging Osmond behind her, looking for all of her belongings.
Okay.
Sorry, what are you looking for?
All of our stuff. I mean, the camp. Talia's kind of. Anyway, I don't get so hung up on the eye language. But I am looking for all of our stuff, and I'm hoping that that camp has the things there.
So you're
But-
looking for the camp. You're not looking for your
Yes.
stuff.
What
Yes.
camp? Sorry.
The fire.
The
well,
glowing
Oh,
fire
camp, I
thing.
just think, like,
you're looking for like the previous thing that could have been a
Yeah.
camp. I
Yeah.
see.
there was a fire at least that you remember. That's what you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go with it'll be scout. And you're looking.
I'm gonna stay near Talia, but probably slightly behind. The only way I'm helping is by providing light.
I guess ob 3. You know the location, moderately sized target.
Okay.
Not as big as a house, but about the size of a person. So
Okay. Oh,
yeah, we'll go with ob 3. Ob 3 scout.
Okay. Oh, jeez. I'm definitely failing this. Hmm. How do I want to do this? I guess I just do it. I don't think none of my traits really make sense. I don't know if I want to tap persona or anything like that. Although I do really want her stuff. But I also, yeah, jeez. Okay. I can't just be like, hey, Byron, you want to scout? I know he's better at scouting, but I described Talia as doing it, and I really want to get my scout up. I guess what I should ask, though, is, Byron, would you like to assist me?
I think I can assist you.
Okay. Actually, your help technically doesn't change my dice pool either. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something intelligent here, but I can't think of anything. Okay. A heart of battle doesn't make sense to use against myself. I think we just roll and go with it. So sorry, are you helping me or not, Byron? I suggest you don't actually, because
It's up
Alright, I
to
don't.
you. You can
Yeah.
negate after. You'd be like, actually, I don't want your help. Up to the roller.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
okay.
if someone wants to help but you don't want their help, then you don't have to take it.
Yeah.
So you can always decide.
Okay, I'm gonna say no, just because it's
Shut up.
only gonna hurt you.
I think it'll only hurt
Um,
you also, even if you did help, and it did help because he's a dim light.
Oh, fair enough. Okay,
Wait.
so Talia pushes.
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
sorry.
guess because you're holding the torch,
I
right?
could hand
Osmond?
I could hand him the torch, but then we could switch. But then there'd be
Right. Well,
narratively we would do that. I think.
I was gonna say, yeah. It's okay. No, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so Talia's just gonna push forward.
Yep.
Darkness, 2 successes. I'm popping a fate.
Okay.
I'm doing it. Fuck.
Yeah. So you wander through the you wander through the woods for a little bit, looking, keeping your eyes peeled, but before too long, thanks to your torchlight, you see the fire pit. And in the dimness, you notice actually that there's something that like looks like a tent with a couple of legs sticking out of it,
Oh, jeez.
and it stinks. And
Oh.
also, you see a something that looks a lot like Oswin's backpack dangling from a spun silk, I guess tether,
Okay.
right over top of the charcoal fire. So you find it. Unfortunately, as you approach the camp, your torch falls to pieces. The wood was soggy, and it disintegrates in your hands.
Oh shit. Okay, interesting. So we're now in dim light again.
I was actually going to say that this far from the boulders, it's actually dark.
Oh, it's straight up dark now.
Yeah, out here, when you're sticking close to the boulders, the trees are much thinner, but in here, it's dark.
I'm gonna. Sorry.
The grind hits. We're all hungry and thirsty.
Yes, you are all also hungry and thirsty.
Okay.
Hold
I will
on, let
drink
me.
my water.
I'm keeping track of the grind, by the way. I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna do that.
You've been ticking it. I was like, well, if
Wait,
you're doing
the
it, I'm
instinct.
not.
Wait. What's the instinct? 1, 2, 3. No, it's on the third one. Sorry, you're not yet. Right.
Oh, right. This was an instinct. You're
Both
right.
2 instincts. That should actually be only 2 turns on the ground.
Wait, what?
Right.
Uh,
You have the one adventuring lead the way instinct.
Lead the
that's,
way.
That's
Yeah.
like the pathfinder, and then also the scout. Maybe.
That's. I mean, you were talking about asking for help, so it didn't
Yes,
seem like you were
I
using
think
your instinct.
Sean is correct, but I should have invoked the instinct.
Yeah, I'll give it to you on one, but the other one,
Yeah.
I don't think the second one, because you were considering asking for help, so it
Yeah,
didn't sound like
yeah,
you
yeah.
were
Okay.
triggering your instinct.
Yeah. But Sean's right. I should.
I mean, if you had
just
said
do it-
that
yeah.
I'm going to continue to lead the way,
Yeah.
forging ahead, then I would have said, okay, that's your instinct. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I was looking for help because I was afraid of failing. So. Okay. But yes, thank you for reminding me. So, yeah, Talia's going to like pull Osmond into the tent and try and light another torch.
I don't have the torch. It's Byron
Oh.
has the torches.
Talia's gonna come out of the tent and pull Byron into the tent.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's very dark, but so I'm
Yeah.
not going to describe what's in the tent just yet because you can't really see.
No, for sure. I'm assuming I'm stepping over what I'm presuming is a body and it smells awful.
Yes, both. It stinks in here.
The ground isn't straight, quite flat.
Yeah. And then hopefully we'll see what I see or what we see when I light the torch. But then I'll try and strike up another torch. And yeah, I guess what do we see?
Do we strike up a torch?
Yeah, also
We'll
that
say
question.
that ducking under the tent is a good idea. And so, well, it's not a good idea. It's just, well, I guess, I don't know. You light the torch.
It makes good condition, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like you're getting out of the rain to light the torch, so the
Yeah.
rain does not affect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so between the two of you is a desiccated corpse.
Hmm.
It looks bone dry. He looks like an old man, but you can tell that from the size of his frame and how he's fairly well proportioned that he's not actually old. He's just been, been
And his life force sucked out?
something's happened to him. But anyway, he's got his his hands are he's kind of like got his hands like wrapped like in like a cross over his chest, and that's about it.
Interesting. So it almost looks like he's posed. He's not just like a dead body. He's like posed. That's weird. Well, I think first things first. I want to go check on our stuff. So I'm curious to see if all Osmond's things are there because you described it hanging over the fire. So I'm immediately concerned that it's like
How
burnt.
tall is it hanging over the fire? You said it's like on a silken thing above the fire.
Yes.
Is it above the fire pit like 2
It is
inches
out-
or like
It is out of your reach.
okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Um
It is out of the simple, like if you reach up, it's like I guess maybe like basketball hoop height, like
Oh, wow.
tall enough that it's difficult. It would be very difficult for a single person to jump high enough to get it.
Mhm. I suggest that Byron. Or maybe I don't suggest that.
Hold on a sec, because it's my stuff. I have a belief here to get it back. So the moment I see it in the light lit up again, I am going to, I think, I guess I don't know. I'm just gonna describe what I do. I'm not angling for a test here, but I want to see if I take the rope off my thing, tie like a knot on it, and throw it up and try to knock the silk. Like, and basically, I want to throw it up and see if it like sticks to the silken thing, and if it does, I'm gonna try to pull it down, like tug of war. But if it doesn't, then I'll have to think of a different thing how to do it.
Yeah,
But-
no. Once the silk has like dried and hardened, so
Okay.
it doesn't stick to your rope anymore.
Okay.
If you like the way that the way that I'm imagining the silk works. I don't know if this is how actual spider silk works. Probably not, but it's just like
I think their thing is like there's two kinds of silk. There's like the structural silk and the sticky
exactly,
silk.
exactly. So like the sticky stuff is like adhered, and then the structural stuff is out on the outside to kind of
Okay, so I
hold the
can't.
shape of the rope or
So
whatever
like
it may
bounced
be.
off or something, or just didn't stick.
Yeah, it just doesn't stick. It's just not sticky on the outside like that.
Okay.
Much like when you're cutting open like the cocoons from earlier, it occurs to you like the exteriors weren't actually that sticky, but as soon as you prized them open, the interiors were just completely like full of sticky stuff.
Is there it's my backpack is it like bound up slightly in the cocoon, or is there like is it
Yes.
just like stuck on it?
It's bound. It's like the silk has been wrapped around it, like almost like a little basket. Actually, a lot like a basket, but like a loose one, so that you can still see clearly what it is.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
It's almost like it's whoever made this wanted you to know what it was.
It was laying a trap for us? Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
That's terrifying.
Spiders are intelligent creatures. I
Yeah.
hasten to add.
That's really cool.
You can actually talk to them too. Believe it or not.
Interesting. I
It
feel
didn't
kind of
come
bad
up,
for killing
but
it
you
now.
can talk to them. They understand the human tongue.
They understand
Oh.
human language? Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, they're beasts. So they're not like particularly eloquent, but they can understand the basics.
Wow.
All right.
Just-
well,
yeah.
now I feel
A
extra
little
bad.
tidbit that a hunter test might have given you, but I'm gonna give it to you now.
Mhm.
Now that the spider is dead.
Interesting. That's really cool. What about you,
Hmm.
Byron? You've been kind of quiet. Do you have any cool ideas?
I do not. I'm just enjoying the rain.
Well,
Okay.
is there like it's presumably hanging off something? What is it hanging off of? Can I see in the torchlight? Does the light get that high?
Sorry, what are you asking?
Like it's hanging down from something. What is it hanging down from? Is it like other like silks?
A tree.
Or a
tree branch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb this tree.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tie the rope around myself in an attempt to I don't know. I'm just gonna use it to help me climb, I guess. An attempt to help use it for safety reasons.
Okay. How describe me a little more. Give me a little more squeeze. Let me figure out exactly what you're trying to do with this rope.
Oh, I'm trying to just like make sure I don't die. Essentially, if I fall off, I am tying it around my waist, and then I'm climbing up the rope, and then I am basically I'm not going straight up. I'm going kind of around. So at some point, the tree, like I'm gonna go up a branch, then go around it to the next branch, like clockwise. And so like
Right.
the rope, if I fall down, the rope's all like kind of like wound into the tree branches, and
Okay.
I think I'm gonna ask someone to like grab the other end of it just to provide friction. So if I
Yeah,
fall,
Yeah.
it's the
All right,
branches near
I've heard
near
enough.
me.
I've heard enough.
They'll
I've heard
like
enough.
save my life.
Yeah. So I'll give you. Yeah, we'll say that this is just an ob 2 health test, just because you're just doing something generally physical. I can't think of a skill that makes sense here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
And I will say that you get the rope. We'll make it We'll make it a +1. Like it counts as supplies.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, and then I'm climbing up the tree to get my stuff. Is that fine? Is that?
Yep.
I know I said I'm climbing up a tree, but my aim is to get the tree.
Because you obviously want to get to the branch where it's attached and loosen it. I assumed as much. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And you said Talia is helping me.
Why? Yeah, Talia
I don't know if
instinctively
you-
goes like.
I'm
I'm not gonna help on your. I don't know if me
Yeah, don't-
securing the rope counts
Yeah.
as me helping.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but don't die.
You can
Okay.
look. We can just like I don't like.
I'm
as
not
long as you're
accepting the
if
help
you're not
die,
helping,
but there we
then you're
go.
not getting +1 die. Then I don't
Okay.
care. You can narrate it as though you're holding the rope on the other end,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
part of the skill. But you're not actually
Yeah.
helping. I don't really
Yeah,
care
yeah.
as long as you're not
Exactly.
actually helping by giving him a die.
Right. Well, it's
Um,
not dim light, I don't think.
nope, it's not dim
No,
light
you should be
currently.
okay.
I'm fine.
So you succeed.
Yes, got my stuff back.
You get your stuff back. Yeah. You kind of loosen it from its little basket, and you gently plop it on the ground, and then you're good to go.
I'm inspecting my stuff. The ground hits.
Okay.
But I'm inspecting my stuff. Is it all here?
Yes, it's all there.
Interesting.
Question as a GM,
Yep.
GM question here.
Mhm.
I had fresh rations, and they expire when you go into town. These haven't been into town, but we did go to town, so they're
I was
expired.
wondering that
I
myself.
would say that they would have expired.
Okay.
That's the only thing that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I was wondering that myself. I was like, is this a game? Like, is this? Can you game the system? Is this how you do it?
Yeah, I was gonna say because otherwise, anything else is just like, well, I'm gonna leave my backpack on this hill outside town,
Yeah. This
and then I'm gonna go to town and pick it back
hyperbolic
up.
time chamber hill, which I will
I'll be like,
now use. No, for sure. And actually, sorry, I have another question. That's okay.
Yep.
So I'm looking for my shovel in the sack.
Is that where it
anywhere
was?
to be found?
If that's where it was, then yes.
Okay. Okay.
If that's not where it was, then no.
Yeah.
We
Well,
left
'cause
it with the spider.
Well, no, because it was.
It was left
Like
as a
we-
part of the twist when we got driven off.
So, because you just described his backpack, like, so is it just the backpack that's there, or is the other stuff there too?
Nope, just the backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't say this a shovel because I. Oh wait, well yeah, no, I guess was it maybe still up on the path because you went back. You guys went back
We
up to
did go
check.
back, but it wasn't there. That's why, because all of our stuff was gone, and then I looked at the forest and I was afraid because I realized I had to go back. I
Well,
was like, ooh.
I'll just say that the shovel's not here.
Hey, no, that's fine. Because then I'm gonna keep looking for it. That's the only reason. Because my goal was specifically to recover, our lost items, and I was considering making it recover Oswin's relics, but I wanted to make it more ambitious and more complete. So I said recover our lost items.
I don't care
So-
about that.
I do. I want my shovel back and my sack.
I don't even know what it's all about. All right, yeah. Okay. So we are hungry and thirsty, though.
Yep.
Yes, but then I drink some of my bottled water.
I drink my skin. It is now empty. Does Byron drink his thing? Byron?
He had to leave.
Oh, he
so
left.
He might still
Just
be
a second.
waiting. He might
Oh.
still be out dealing with whatever he's doing.
Oh, he might be ordering food or something.
What?
Oh, he's here. Tyler's here.
I was.
We're all hungry and thirsty.
I am. Oh, that sucks.
Unless you want to drink your
I drink my stuff.
drink your water there, Tyler.
I'm gonna drink my water. All right. No, I don't know if you heard me. I said I'll be right back. I said use the washroom.
No, we
Oh,
heard you. We were just waiting for you to come back to let you know that you're hungry and thirsty.
Damn, that's usually what happens whenever I come back from the bathroom.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna keep looking for our. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna give this corpse a once over. Is he wearing anything indicative, like anything that I guess would just make him look like another bandit, or is this someone that like has special symbology like the other people?
How? I mean,
I literally just go into the tent and like hold my breath, and then I just kind of like roll him over. And...
I'll you're giving him a once over.
Yeah.
He's dressed in typical clothes. He's got a belt with that looks like it had a weapon holstered in it at one point. He's got scars on his face. He looks like he was pretty well built, as I mentioned earlier. And as you're looking over him, you realize he's actually got something clasped in one of his hands.
Oh, interesting.
Mm.
Is it similar to that necklace we found before?
No. As you turn over his hand, you see an almost perfectly, not round, but circular stone. It's very dark. Looks almost like onyx, but it's granite. As far as it's like a very dark gray or black granite, and it has a rune carved into it.
Okay.
A few runes, as a matter of fact.
Okay. I immediately call over Byron. And Osmond, for that matter. I have no idea what this is. And I just go, Byron, what is this?
Let me take a look. I wish to inspect this.
Yep. Okay. So this is a rune. So we'll go with, I think. What would this be? Scholar, probably. Or theologian. No, this would be scholar, right? Because you're reading runes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, reading weird inscriptions.
What kind of?
The scholar must know the language. Interesting.
Oh.
You don't know this language.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is, Tyler.
I think you do. What languages do you know? Just this one. Just the common tongue, right? Unless you have... It says unless you have a wise or temporary knowledge through a spell or item. So... it's not your native tongue.
You can cast Wisdom of the Sages in order to read it.
Yeah.
But you would have to like learn the language, and it could be hard to do. But then wouldn't that just mean you don't need to... You'd be able to read it then? Like,
Wisdom.
you wouldn't need the spell. You wouldn't need the...
You wouldn't need to make this check,
Yeah.
But I'll say, yeah, you can't read it because you don't know what language you don't know the language it's in.
Oh my god, yeah, you could totally use Wisdom of the Sages. That's so interesting.
It's one of the things that it is for.
I honestly, I don't understand, but maybe that's like the whole thing of like, reading is different than speaking.
Yeah, well, I've already memorized it twice. Might as well just use it. I'm gonna cast Wisdom of the Sages to read this.
Okay.
And before I do, hold on just a second. I keep losing my pages. Hold on. Yeah, there we go.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. One.
So it takes one turn on the grind to cast. But other than that, No scholar test required, it says.
No scholar test, but you still would make so the language. It would be unknown language, so I'm assuming that would be ob2.
Unless it's completely dead.
Nope,
Unless that.
It is not completely dead. So it is unknown. At least I don't think it's dead. So
It's up to you.
I don't think it's dead because I in my mind that this is not a dead language, although it's certainly obscure. So, and yeah, you'll just be I mean, there's no point in making it longer than one turn because, you know.
Yeah.
It's a short inscription. So yeah, it'll be an ob2
Arcanist test.
I'm assuming
Arcanist
Arcanist.
test. Yeah.
Oh, to cast Wisdom of the Sages?
Yep.
No. You cast. Well, yes, I guess.
Oh, okay. And nobody
Oh,
wants
right.
to
I see. No scholar test required. As in, that's what you cast the spell instead of doing a scholar test.
Yeah.
I see.
Uh.
What you wait? That's weird. Like you can't do a scholar test for a language you don't know, right?
Well, you're not recalling
so
anything.
that's the point. Is you kind of do this to like as like a weird scholar test for something you don't know, but it's Arcanist because it's a spell.
But like, you can't do a scholar test for weird.
You couldn't do a scholar test for a language you don't know in the first place, though. That's the thing, right?
Well, no, that's why it's magic.
Weird inscriptions might be like
Oh, they might be like complicated or old-fashioned or something like that.
Inked like by like a person possessed by a ghost, and it's like all
yeah. That's a good point. Okay.
Scribbles on top of scribbles, sort of.
Anyway,
thing.
yeah. Up to Arcanist test, Tyler.
The Arcanist, and no one can really help me, can they?
We do not possess Arcanist.
I was gonna say I don't possess Arcanist.
Your apprentice can help you.
Ooh, yeah.
It does. Arcanist helping another Arcanist increases the grind by 1. So it'll take 2 turns. It's also.
What if he assists with lore masters? At the same deal?
I'm not sure.
Wait, why is that the case, John?
It's like help. That's how help is managed for invocations and
for spells. Okay,
spells
I see.
nowadays.
Okay, that makes sense.
There is Sorry, this is absolutely off topic, but there's rumbling outside, and this is the first time I think in years I've heard thunder in this city. Sorry, yeah. So if you hear rumbling in the background, that's what it is.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Wait. Let me try to look for this. Inventory spell slots, memory palace.
Marcel, I need your aid. Help me cast this incredibly cool spell to read runes.
Okay, Marcel will help you.
I'm still injured, so I'm still losing 1d. And I think I would like to use a check. I'd like to use a trait against myself, so we can gain a check.
Okay.
And I'm
What will it be?
I'm gonna use a wizard sight against myself.
Okay. How so?
I'm not only deciphering a language. I look so far that I start to see, like more than just a language. Like I see like anthropology. I see like linguistic origins at the same time, and it's all chaotic.
Right. Yep. You're trying to do too much with it. Your brain is buzzing with the possibilities.
Not to mention the way the wisdom of the sages works is you are possessed by ghost.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say, you're calling in. You're calling. You're meant to. You should just be calling in something simple to translate this for you, but you can't help but get a little discombobulated trying to glean as much information as you can. Yep. I like that.
And the ghost is trying to possess me.
Yeah, well, that's how the magic works, right? But you know, you're getting you're trying to drink a little too deep. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, Odin tore his own eye out. It happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, fuck eyes. Other modifier.
You're gonna want to
using trait.
Yeah, using trait. Yeah,
against yourself.
Against yourself.
There we go.
Perfect.
Holy shit! It brings me back down to where I started. I don't even need the help anymore.
Yeah. Well, you do need the help, otherwise you'd be at 3.
Yeah.
You succeed.
Wow. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so it says this is the seal of the great King Bjorn of all the small folk, and all of all giants of the central plane and all the small folk.
The seal of the
All
great
the-
king who?
Small
Bjorn?
folk.
Of the giants and all the small folk?
The giants of the
The central plane?
central plane and all the small folk.
Is this the same Bjorn Storm
Yes.
King as in on the ring? The circlet?
It is. It is.
Oh my god.
Wait, which ring?
The thing that I guess Tyler is wearing? We never really discussed it, who has it. I guess I brought it up at the beginning, but we didn't like discuss what's happening.
Who has
Are Tyler, are you wearing like the giant ring and then you gave your scholar or your sailor hat to your apprentice? Like I don't remember exactly what happened.
ring hat was this? I'm trying to remember.
When I believe it was when we went to the destroyed camp at the beginning, we found a giant's ring that could be worn as a crown. I think you wore it, and then you're like, "But I have a hat," and then you said something, and I don't recall what you said. And
You know what? Sorry, go on.
I don't recall what you said when that happened.
At that point I don't remember like what we did with it even. So I'm gonna say no.
Or did you put it in your horse? I can't recall.
You know what? For the sake of not having referenced it at all, let's just say it was on my horse this whole time, and I do not have it currently. I think I probably let's say that I gestured I wanted to wear it, but I have not been wearing it.
Yeah. So it's on the horse. All right, so
Yeah. Just so it's easier, I think.
Interesting. Well, I am going to suggest that perhaps that giant humanoid up the hill will be placated if we can show all these special Bjorn items to them and claim we're on business from King Bjorn.
or returning lost goods.
Yeah, something to that effect. And I kind of look at Byron and I'm like, "You're good at lying, right?"
No.
Well, I'm hoping you can convince this person that.
Also, we're in the darkness again.
Talia, that
I
was
was
a
gonna say-
lie. I just told you a lie, Talia. You fell for it.
Well, excellent. It's exactly what I need
I
out
was
of
gonna
it.
say, in the time it took all this to happen, the torch goes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna motion that we light another torch and kind of huddle back into the tent. And then if the group agrees, I'm gonna try and look for the sack with the shovel, or at least signs of where it might have gone. If
I
it's
just want to
anyway.
quickly inspect the tent, like there anything else in the tent other than this dead body. After we light a second torch.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
we've gone through 2 and we're lighting a third now.
Yes.
So there's only one left that you have, Tyler, and the other one is going to be in my hand, the lit one.
Okay, I'll just remove the torch from my backpack then.
That was 2 turns on the grind then for the Arcanist test.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why we're on segment 3.
2 turns of the bump and grind.
Just 2, but yeah,
Oh.
it's okay. But you know what it says now.
Should we go back up to that thing right now? Because even if it doesn't speak common, if it's written in some sort whatever language that is written in, Byron knows it right now and could interact with it.
Well, he can read it, right? I don't know if he can speak it.
No, that's how the spell works. He's
read,
literally
speak, or
possessed by the
comprehend.
spirit of someone who knows how to speak and read that language.
Sure, let's do it.
Because like who cares, like I don't know, but right now I just want to I guess quickly just look around in the tent. Is there like presumably it's just nothing
Else I would have said if there was anything.
okay just okay, yeah, let's go back up there because he for one turn knows how to read stuff,
Sure, Talia agrees with the idea of.
All right.
Love reading.
because presumably that thing he's speaking the language. If not, well, we're gonna have to deal with that thing anyway,
Yeah.
and now's as good a
All
time
right.
as any.
I think actually, let's leave it there before we we can get into that conversation at the beginning of next session, because it seems to me like you guys might be wanting to trick it. So maybe that would be a conflict, and I don't really want to start a conflict right now.
Yeah.
So let's call it there for now, and we'll next session we'll get into that. Because if you guys do decide you want to do like a trick or a riddle conflict or something like that, I don't want to start it now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's give him the riddle this time.
And then also I can like describe the place as well. So again, so
Excellent.
but yeah,
Right.
no need to do beliefs, instincts, and goals because this is just part 1 of 2.
Hmm.
But do try and keep remember what happened today. You guys are doing good. I'm satisfied with the progress you made today. I was so sad I never got to spring that spider trap on you.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping you guys are gonna like try and sneak back and get your stuff back without bothering the spider, and then it just ambushes you. But you're like, why is that thing dangling up there? It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, bags known to hang from trees, very common. I suspect nothing.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it doesn't need to distract you for very long, just long enough to all be looking up and not where it actually is.
All right. Well, that is a good stopping point. Thanks for joining us. This is the part 1. Join us next time for part 2 of the session.
Wait.
Ooh.
Goodbye.